This is the first video of January, because today is January 1st. I have been to Five Below, and I purchased a bunch of stuff, which is why I have the big bags. But I got two of these little incense bowls because the hole in the middle actually goes all the way through. I poked the incense stick that they had for like display purposes through the whole little thing, and it goes all the way through. So we're gonna make some cute little wooden forging toys with these in an upcoming video, and I just wanted to share the bowls. So these are mango wood, and I did check that is safe, so it should work great. It's nice and thick, and they're a nice color. So I think these will look great for naturalistic cages. They had a darker wood as well, and they had several little glass ones too, but I picked these because I like this style, and I think they'll clean really easily. So that's what I got. All right, I have so many things to show you. The container and the bedding inside it, which by the way, that's only half a bag of bedding in the bottom part here, and this is less than a quarter of the bag of bedding. I'm trying to start mixing pine and aspen. I just think that might be helpful since some rats are really sensitive to bedding changes, that if they're already used to both, it might be good for them when they go to an adopter's home, because then it won't really be a change. So I have this big bin that I can mix them in, and I haven't actually mixed it yet, I just dumped them in. But aspen and pine, and yes, pine bedding is actually safe. I have an entire video on the safety and pros and cons of using pine that I will link in the cards and in the description. Here's what its thumbnail looks like. But this is so that I can start doing that. And at some point I want to get hemp to add in there as well, but it's really hard to find in this area, so I'm probably not going to be able to find it easily, and I'm not going to put as much of it. It's just probably going to be a little bit. That's from Walmart. We'll go through the Walmart stuff together. This is for a photo prop that I am working on, which I'll show you. I am making a snowman and I need to stuff it. So that's to go inside that to hold its shape. And then this will be used in my light box for photos. I wanted to do some cute wintry ones. So it's quite misshapen because it's not stuffed at the moment. So that's what that is for. And this is that same yarn that I got last month. I won't have very much of the white left when I'm done, but I like getting uses out of things as much as possible. So that's what that is for. And did I get anything else? All right, and then I also got 3 packs of the KT apple sticks. This is literally like the only KT product that I buy on the regular, and I only get them from Walmart because I know the size is going to be good. They're pre-drilled, and it's 10 pieces for $2.70. I can't find a price similar to that online where I can guarantee that the thickness is going to be usable. I've bought several different packs of applewood sticks on Amazon, on Temu. I think I even bought one on Etsy. And I got so many that were like these little skinny twigs that I can't use. So if you have a good source for these that isn't KT, I would love it if you would tell me in the comments, because I really hate buying KT products. I do not like supporting the company at all, and would like to find a better source for them, but so far I've turned up dry. So this is what I got from Walmart for the rats. Five Below, to go with that photo prop that I am working on, I bought these socks. I'm going to use this to make the snowman's hat. Maybe it's scarf too. I have a particular style I wanted to do, and I wanted it Christmassy themed. So I picked these. Technically, these were pet socks for cats, and they were on clearance. That's why I got them, because I was like, that is a good amount of material in the color I want, and since my other Lightbox stuff is pink, I thought this would work really well to swap in there with the other stuff. So I got these, even though I'm probably not going to do anything with these tiny ones. So that's what I got from Five Below. This is my Ingalls stuff, and the containers are so that I can use these to make travel carriers for when I start adopting rats out this year. They're not super big, but they're big enough that they can hold at least a standard or two and a couple of dwarves, or both, just depending on what is picked and adopted at the time. They're obviously not huge, but they'll work fine once I put some mesh windows on the sides and the lid. And what I liked about these is I've tried a couple of bins, and I've noticed that my standard rats, on some of the ones that are longer like this, they can push the lid up in the middle. They can't do that on this one. It doesn't budge. So these are great. And my plan is to offer these for a fee if my future adopters want them. So I need to make some and list them on my website. So I have these, and I have one other container that I want to try as well and see which one I like better. But at the very least, it will just be a transport container that I can use if the adopters don't want them. So I am very pleased with these. They're nice and sturdy. I'll have to show you what these go to in a moment, but command strips for my Amazon order. I need this part behind this plastic piece. I am hoping these work. The last few packs of these I have purchased did not stick. I don't know why. That's not for the rats. Okay. Eye wash is my last thing. I bought this because I realized, and I learned this recently, so I'm sharing with you all. You are not supposed to use saline for other parts of the body on the eyes. And his eyelid got a small little teeny microscopic almost cut in it when I introduced the potato chip litter to them, because babies wrestle and they have sharp nails, and I forgot to trim them before I did it all my yeet days. So he got a little tiny cut on his eyelid, and I've been cleaning it, and I have been putting terramycin in it, and just like every couple of days it gets goopy again. It's not infected, it's just irritated. Well, I think the saline I was using was causing that because it wasn't pH balanced for eyes. When I read that a couple days ago, I stopped using it and have just been using terramycin in his eyes and it's only one eye. And I bought this for when I need to clean it so that it's actually made for his eyes. So I'm very happy I found some. So you want the kind with minimal ingredients. I think there's like 5 total. And no like medication, like its active ingredient is water. That's what you want if you're doing something like this. It can also be sterile saline eye drops. But I've only found those at Walmart. So this will work for what I need. And then I also got this little container to put a small amount of Quick Stop or cornstarch in, because sometime during January, I need to test all my rats for pathogens, and that involves cutting one toenail short enough that it bleeds, which is going to break my heart, collecting blood on a swab, and you do this for a certain number of rats to test a certain percentage of the rattery, send that in, and they do lab testing on it. I need a way though to stop the bleeding after I'm done, because toes just bleed like crazy. So that's what this is for, so I can put a small amount in here and then not contaminate a bigger container. And like I said, that's going to break my heart, but I need to do it. I feel like it's really important to know my rattery's status so that I can share that with my adopters and they can make an informed decision. And so that's what that's for. So this was Ingles. All right, I went to Dollar Tree yesterday for something else entirely, and I came back with some things that are for the rats that I hadn't planned to buy for the rats, even though I had rat things on my list. The first items are actually to do a Valentine's themed photo shoot, and I'm not sure if I'm going to stand this up or lay it down or do like this exactly. I'm not sure, but these 2 items I thought would be really cute in my photo booth. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to use the white flooring. I think that would look really cute, and maybe throw some red pom-poms on it too, along with these. I could get some light purple since that's in the picture on the box. Maybe some super dark red, or this peachy color would be cute too, since I've already got pink and white. Well, it's crystal. Anyhow, that's what I got for that. I wanted a spray bottle to use with just water for when I'm cleaning. I do have a steamer and I use that a lot too, but sometimes I just want to like rinse the area a little bit, and I wanted a cute one, and I thought this was really cute since it looks like a ladybug. I saw a cuter one on Temu that looked like a cactus, but it was a lot more expensive than this, and this is exactly the size I need, so perfect. This last item, it's kind of going to sound strange, but hear me out. So it's this heavy duty metal hook. I bought 6 of these, and my plan is to use them this way in the cage and use pipe cleaners through it, or I could use a screw and some washers and wing nuts. But then I have this nifty little perch, and I need some small ones because sometimes I just need to fill a little tiny area for the rats. Like, I noticed that they are using the water bottle nozzle to climb on and then emptying it overnight because they're just going up and down. And so I started putting perches right near the water bottle, and now that doesn't happen all the time. So I really want some small ones, and these are metal, which is awesome. I bought 6 of the black ones. I really intended to get 7, but I'm definitely going to get some more if these work out as well as I think they will. So I'm very excited about those. They're not super expensive, but they should work really well. I'm trying to replace all my wood stuff a little bit at a time so it doesn't cost a fortune. So I'm very tickled about these. I quite like them. I'll let you know how they work out. Okay, I tried to do this on camera and it was really difficult. So I did it off camera and it was fine. So I fastened it like this. This is my example. It's a little bit loose, but not enough that like if the rat climbs on it, it's gonna go anywhere. On horizontal bars, this might be a little more of a problem. But for me with my hardware cloth, it's gonna be great. Now, if I used bolts and washers and wing nuts, it would not budge. So if you were going to use these on horizontal bars, that's what I would do, is pick these up and take the screws in the pack with you to Lowe's or Home Depot and get the same size screw but in a flat end like this, as well as wing nuts to fit and washers, and then you'd be set. All right, and then I had to get some more supplies for rat food. I just made up a fresh batch, and when I do that, I make a note about which things I'm out of. And I was out of a couple things, and I wanted to swap some of the lower quality ingredients for some higher quality of the same kind. So I bought pearled couscous instead of just plain gritty kind. And I love that this has just a little bit of color to it. There's some greens and oranges. I think that'll be nice. I will have to update my spreadsheet because it's going to change the macros for my food, but that's okay. So I got 2 of those. I needed some more millet as well because I was low on that. And then I needed some pearl barley, so I grabbed that as well. I've been using this one before, so tickled about that. So yeah. This is what I got for the rats. All right, this is one of my Temu orders. I actually had 2, no, 3, but they all came really late. So these are actually from last month. This I am very excited about. If I can get it out of the box, because it is okay. This is a tool that I think I add a blade to it, and then I can use it to cut cardboard all the same height and length so that I can make my own little perches like this picture here. I guess it doesn't come with the blade. It doesn't look like it comes with one, but I'll put one in it then. The picture had one in it, but you unscrew this little doodah and the blade goes here and it comes through this little slot in the bottom, and then it will cut your cardboard pieces to exactly the same size every time. See that? So I can just go. I'm very excited about it. It was not super expensive, but it does feel pretty sturdy. So that was from the one order. This is technically a food scoop, but I'm going to use it for scooping the potty corners of the cage because I have my cages just a little crowded at the moment. By the time you all see this, they won't be. And I want to be able to scoop the corners easier. This is for making some toys. I thought they were very cute. I bought a couple of them. All right, what else do we have? Okay, these are the same labels that I use on all of my Etsy orders, but they're no longer on Amazon, so I bought them from Temu. These other things open. Hang on a sec. Okay, these two packages have silver and black curtain clips. I'm going to be putting together some small kits of different fasteners that I use, and so I wanted these to go in there. I'm very tickled about these. These can have a hook added to them, a lanyard clip if you wanted, and they're grippy, which is great. I use these a lot for hammocks. I can actually take a placemat and attach it to my cage without making any holes in it, which is pretty sweet. So that's what those are for. And then this is a toy, which I'll have to put together, but I'll pop a picture of it up here that I bought. I'm going to have to shorten the little rod that's poking out here because it's too long and very pokey. But it's a forging toy that I'm going to be using in the playpen. Super excited about it. Hopefully the rats will enjoy it. All right, I bought 2 of these. I'm trying to get away from these drawer things because I don't like them. This one holds all of my like hammocks and fabric-y fall breakers and stuff in these 3 drawers. 4. And then one of them has fabric-y things for in the playpen, like extra blankets and the forging mat and things like that. The top one is ropes, and then this bottom one is various fasteners and hangers. I don't like them because if anything heavy is in it, the drawers sag and then I can't open them. The skinny one is what these are going to help with. This is all forging toys. And the problem I have is I tend to use the same ones over and over again because I can't see them. With ADHD, out of sight, out of mind. These are going to help me with that. I'm going to put one together and then I'll show you what they are. Okay, so this will hang on the wall, and each loop is going to get the toys hung from it, and they spiral out, which is hard to show you with one hand, but look, like that. And that's what the command hooks are for, because it comes with these that like slot on like this. But if I attach this to my wall with the adhesive that came with it, I will never get it off. And then this will be useless. So I'm going to use the command strips on the back. That way I can remove them later and don't damage them. I don't really care if the wall gets damaged, I can fix that, but I can't replace these if they go. The only thing I would be able to do is actually hang them on like a screw. So that's what this is for, and I have 2 of them, which will hopefully help me get those things out, hang them up, and because this is a loop, I can hang things all the way around it basically, which is really exciting. And then they'll be able to be seen. I'll show you where I'm going to put it. I want to take this off the wall, and I might even hang these items on it too. Not that because it's too heavy, but take this off the wall, and then I can put one here, I can put one above it, or I might be able to fit both of them here. We'll see which way it works, but this is where it's going to go, somewhere here. Probably here, because eventually this is going to be a double tall shelf that will go almost to the ceiling here, and so will this. So yeah, I need to keep them right here like I had planned, or put them here. I am so excited about this box. I'm going to open it, and then I'm going to show you what's in it. All right, so my previous fountain was unfortunately has been missing a piece. I got this on Amazon. It was on a deal. I am going to put a link in the description because it was on a fabulous deal. I think I paid $12, but I can't use my old fountain because without the cord, it's useless. So I was really skeptical because there's like 3 versions of this in the listing, and the others are more expensive. But this one, I think it's less money because it's smaller. Let's get it out of the box, which is fine with me because I need smaller since it's not actually for a cat. make sure we got everything. So we've got our pump piece, a filtery thing. That's the piece that hooks in here. And I may try to make an adapter so I can use my little flower, but I don't think the rats are gonna care that it's a T-shape because it still flows like a fountain. And when I pour water into their bowls, they go nuts and try to stick their heads under it. So I think they'll still like it. All right, let's see. One faucet, the power insert, the filter. Okay, so the filter goes here. Looks pretty simple. I am going to set this up and I'll let you know how it works. Temu order. It's a bigger bag because I have multiples of a few things. So these are bowls, which I specifically got because I want to try them on my bin cages. We'll look at those in a minute. I got a bunch of t-shirt yarn for making more nets and things for my Etsy shop. And I have bought yarn. I have bought fabric and made it into yarn, but I also wanted to try this just to see how it compares because I see the same stuff sold on Amazon and on other places, and I just want to see what it's like. So this is a polyester t-shirt yarn, and t-shirt yarn is literally made by cutting a knitted fabric into strips and stretching it a little so that it curls and then winding it into a ball. It's really not super complicated. You could actually make your own if you really want to. Just buy a yard of fabric, sew it in a tube, and then follow a tutorial, and you're good to go. So we'll try those. All right, I bought a bunch of these ledges, which I think is what's left in this bag. Oh yeah, and more of the little bowls. So we'll look at those in a minute. So these are meant to actually go on your wall, and they're like a floating shelf. I want to see if I can use these in my rat cage without this little hanger because I think those are stupid. So yeah, definitely could easily just make some little holes through it, and we can fasten this to the bars of the cage, and we have a nice smooth little floaty ledge. Yeah, this will be great, easy to clean. I'm very happy with those. I will probably throw those out, but they're meant to be like you peel this back off and it's like a sticker. All right, let me open these one moment. These are meant to be feeding bowls for reptiles where you put like their mealworms or stuff in it and then they can't escape. I want to use them for vitamins in my maternity cages, and I picked them because although they have a suction cup, they also have a plastic lip over it. Will it hold up? I don't know. I think it would be fine for the dwarves especially, but we'll just have to see how well it works. Because that is a little, it may not be strong enough, but we'll see. We will see. So yeah, I've got 4 of those because I have 3 nursery cages, and I wanted an extra for cleaning purposes. So this piece just like slides out of this little section and pops back in, so you can suction cup this to your wall and then slide the cup back over it. So I'll have to update you on those in April when I have my next litters, but I've got 4 of those for their vitamin waters as the babies get older. Yeah, this is what I got from Temu in January on the 21st. I have one more order coming, it's just not here yet. So, more things that I have bought sort of for the rats. We went to the coolest thrift store the other day. It was specifically for crafting materials. It's called Recraft, and it's located in Greenville, South Carolina. Very cool store. Highly recommend. The prices are extremely reasonable, and I found so many neat things. There was so much that I could have spent money on and purchase for my rats, but I was very selective because I only have a few things I really needed. So I'll get those and show you. The first one is cork roll. Great chew toy option. This is the kind with no backing. I paid $1 for this huge chunk, which is amazing. My rats love cork, and it's getting harder for me to find it without the backing, so that was a really good price. I also bought some t-shirt fabric so that I can make t-shirt yarn. So I have that, and I bought this one also. This is like a ribbed t-shirt knit. This one is a smaller amount, but that's okay. It'll make a really nice one. And then what else? Oh, I bought some photo props. I mean, look how cute this is. I paid $1 for that. And I have a hat. Because if you know me, you know that I do rats and hat photos. Here's a few of those right here. I have been slacking off lately because I've just been so busy, but I think it is time to bring back the rats in hat photos. So this will be super cute. I just have to hot glue a little piece of elastic so it'll stay on the rats' heads for pictures. The last thing I bought's a little hard to show, but I'm gonna try, and you'll have to see my socks and my floor, which needs vacuumed. It is a poster of the Great Lakes Forest, and the reason I bought this is actually to use as a backdrop in my photo box, my light box. I've been wanting a foresty backdrop for it, and I'm gonna cut it like this. Probably use a little bit of steam to get it to lay the way I want, and then it will go in the backdrop of some of my pictures for my baby photos specifically is what I wanted it for. So I'm very excited. It'll look great, and I think I paid $2 for that, which is awesome. So yeah, if you are in Greenville, South Carolina, you should check out Recraft. It's a really cool store, and they have lots of really cool stuff, and it changes often because everything is donated, and so things that normally would get thrown away get reused. It's pretty cool. My office is a disaster right now because I'm in the middle of like 4 different big projects, one of which is taking all the stuff out of these drawers and hanging them on these little doodahs that I got from Amazon earlier in the video. But I forgot that one of the things I got at Recraft was they have these little like bulk bags, and I bought a bunch of these so I could hang stuff on here. I've seen people use these in their cages too. I don't think they would work well for me, and I've just seen a couple of people who had their rats catch on the clasp part, so I don't really like them for in the cage. But for here, they're perfect because I can clip my binder rings right to them. Not my binder rings. I can clip my lanyard clips right to it, which is great. So when I'm done, this will look like a mess of clutter, but it will be where I can see it, and then I can actually use all my toys, which is really exciting. I still have a bunch to put away, but I'm very excited about this. I do think overall I like these. I just wish there was more space between because I have some of these longer toys that are gonna cover up other ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is at some point take one of these apart, probably this one, and pick this metal pole that's in it to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a longer one, and then also get some pieces of PVC that I can use for spacers so that I can put these further apart and make it taller. I think that's what makes the most sense to me. So I think that would work because it would just make the pole longer and put more space between. But like I said, open to suggestions, and I got these rings at Recraft. We are gonna note, just ignore my vacuum being out because it's always out or charging to clean up this stuff. So these are the fabrics that I bought from Walmart to turn into t-shirt yarn. Let me show you the one that I got from Recraft that I've already turned into fabric yarn. So this was that camo fabric. The label showed that it was from Walmart in their like value fabric stuff. So I have now made it into t-shirt yarn and can crochet with it to make things like this. Note that this one is my personal one and is dirty, so it needs washed, and I had to fix it before I could wash it. So I can make nets like this to put in my Etsy shop or use for myself, and I'm very excited about them. I especially really love this one. I think it's so cute. That cotton candy colors is so pretty. Then I got mustard yellow and like a hot pink, and then this one's like a denim. I want to see how it is after I turn it into yarn, because I'm not sure I like it, honestly. It may have a little bit too much texture. We'll see. Once I turn it into yarn, I'll make a choice, and it may get used for something else. I also have this fleece blanket, which was from Walmart many years ago, that they chewed holes in, and I'm going to turn that into yarn as well, which that'll be a little challenging because they chewed a lot. But that'll be more for me rather than for other people, because I need some like nets or something. So, yeah, this is my Walmart haul.
Way if I can get the like springy junk off. It kind of looks like a Duplo. It flaps! It flies! Anyhow, I think I bought all birds for that reason.
So apparently I started recording this clip talking before I recorded it. Not really sure why or how that happened. So here you go.
I know I can get these off. Now one came off. So I'm sure we can get them off with a little bit of effort. So we have 4 of those, and these are a different color, and I kind of am loving it. I might have to get some more. They're darker green, and I needed more green that isn't that like that neon color, because all the green is the same and I need more variant. Okay, yeah, got those. Also bought more of these. Yes, I know they're that color that I just mentioned, but these are like the easiest platforms I've ever made. All you have to drill is drill 2 holes, and I fastened it. Oh, sorry, what am I doing with a pipe cleaner? Look at that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, got 4 of those and 4 of these. And then I had bought some of this in the previous one, but I didn't realize these are a little smaller than the other balls that I bought. So I only had enough to do 1, and then I had a ball left. So I thought I'll buy another pack, and then I can make 1 with this, and then with the 2 that I had, another one. So I'll have 3. So yeah, that's what I got in that package. All right, this one, these are faux branches, which I have bought these on Amazon before in a different color, and I quite like them. They're just the right size, and I pop this guy off because it pulls right out, and I use a hanger bolt here and some hot glue, and I have easy breezy perches. I use these a lot, and the rats do chew them, but that's okay because they're cheap. I think even on Amazon they weren't that expensive. So I wanted some different colors. Like I said, these are kind of more darker, but they'd add some depth. I bought, I think, 2 packs of that. Yes, 2 of those. There's 3 per package. So between these items, I have more perches and platforms. And then I also had to buy more rings. These are just macrame rings for my scarf hangers that I sell in my Etsy store. But I also really wanted to try to come up with a budget option, because the ones I have, I hand crochet around the rings and then I stitch them together, and because of that they are a little expensive, and I understand that. I would like to find a budget option. I'm hoping that I'll have enough rings to do that now. So these will get relisted in my shop for the crocheted ones, and I'm going to play with a budget option, probably make a YouTube video on that as well if I can figure it out. Excuse me. And then I got 2 more of these bowls because I need 2 more. So yeah, that is what I got for the rats from Temu. Some for my rats, some possibly for your rats.